Let me use the image of the EU as an expo park that has 27 pavilions, and but no central ticket office. Each pavilion has a separate ticket office. Each pavilion is actually managed by an association. It has its own members. They can vote on the governing board of the pavilion, and they determine through their vote what the rules will be for how the ticket office hands out the tickets. Now, the tickets, however, that you get in each of these pavilions give you access to all of the other pavilions in the park. But they include membership in the one particular pavilion where you've queued up in order to get your ticket. This is in a way how European citizenship is constructed. Now, since each pavilion can determine for itself the rules under which you will get the tickets, they do it in very different ways. And what we find empirically is that in some pavilions admission is more or less free, in others it's very costly. You pay a hefty price for the ticket. In some pavilions you just join a short queue and you will know when it's your turn to get the ticket. In others they hand out these numbers and tell you, well, come again next month and maybe we'll have a ticket for you. In some pavilions there is a bouncer that looks at the crowd out there and picks out those people who he thinks are his relatives and turns away anybody who looks foreign to him. And in some pavilions he hands out questionnaires to the crowd out there to test them how much they know about the exhibits in the pavilion, and only if they pass the test they will actually be admitted and get the ticket. I think the image captures quite nicely what is a collective action dilemma in the European Union, which is that this idea about self-determination of citizenship becomes self-subverting or self-defeating at a certain point if the idea is really that you want to regulate the flow of visitors, because you can't select anymore if everybody else selects for you as well, because it's a ticket that is valid in all the pavilions. The idea would work, and maybe has worked in the past, if you assume that what nearly everybody is interested in is membership in the particular association that runs one pavilion, rather than access to all the other pavilions. But once the European citizens become really mobile and want to move around and see all the other pavilions, then self-determination is more or less illusionary in the long run. However, as we all know, it's a dilemma at the level of the European treaties, where the EU has no competence whatsoever to start setting up a central ticket office or even just coordinating the nationality laws that regulate access to the 27 pavilions.